Okay, so chapter 6, you have this quote up top. This is Nick and Gatsby talking. And Nick says to him, I wouldn't ask too much of her, I ventured. You can't repeat the past. So they're talking about Daisy here. And Gatsby replies, You can't repeat the past. Why, of course you can. Okay, so they're talking about Daisy. And Nick is kind of realizing that Gatsby has this dream of being with Daisy that's very unrealistic. Okay, so the purpose of you reading this chapter is definitely indirect characterization. We learn a lot about the characters in chapter 6. First, I want you to watch these videos in order to review chapter 5. So there's a review video, and then there's two scenes from the movie that are really good. This one is the one where Gatsby and Daisy meet for the first time in 5 years, and then this one is the one where they reconnect. Shows how they're kind of falling back in love. For number one, read this vocab. It's all from the chapter. And then give me one sentence down here with any of these words. It does not have to relate to the text. You can make up your own sentence. I just want to see that you know how to use it correctly. So you have some adjectives, some nouns. V means verb. So choose one and give me a sentence. Then read the chapter. Right here where it says Gatsby text, that is the PDF. It starts on page 104. You have the audio as well that starts at 225:04 if you're reading it that way. And so what you're looking for is a man. There's going to be a man named Dan Cody that gets mentioned. Dan Cody is the man who helped kind of mold Gatsby into the person that he is. So the question you're going to answer is, what role does he play in Gatsby's destiny? Okay, just give me one sentence right there telling me how he helped Gatsby become who he is as a man. Okay. In chapter number 3, we're going to learn the real reason that Gatsby does not drink. Okay. It has something to do with Dan Cody. So just give me a sentence and tell me Gatsby does not drink because there's a reason. And then for number 4, this is about Tom. Tom shows up to Gatsby's house one day after riding with some friends. He becomes curious as to how he got his money and later vows to find out who he is and where he earned his wealth. So he's getting kind of suspicious. He's also bothered by the fact that Daisy knows who Gatsby is, and he's becoming suspicious. He makes the statement, I may be old fashioned in my ideas, but women run around too much these days to suit me. So think about what Tom has been doing, what is his behavior, and how that statement is hypocritical. Okay, so what is ironic about the statement? What type of irony is this? Tell me right here. Then on number 5, on pages 109 to 110, Nick and Gatsby have a conversation. This is the very end of the chapter. Gatsby tells Nick one of his expectations for the future with Daisy, and he explains how he fell in love with her. You can watch that scene if you would like to. Tell me what those expectations that Gatsby has for Daisy. So what does he expect her to do? And what does Nick say to Gatsby? Look at page 110 about these expectations. How does Gatsby react? Hint, hint, look at the top of your hyperdoc. Are his expectations realistic? So I'm talking about Gatsby there. Do you agree or disagree with Nick's advice and explain? Okay, so this is just give me a few sentences there, but make sure you answer all the questions in order to get full credit there. When you're done, turn that in. On Monday, we will be starting chapter 7, so you need to make sure you have this done and turned in before then.